Sean, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Halted for news, MBAV. Gitano, BCTX 301 to 344. Good trade. MBAV, let's take a look. MBAV. All right. And here's the news. Reserve One sets out to build the digital reserve. It does not constitute an offer to subscribe, buy, or sell. Reserve One, respected directors, officers. Reserve One. Let's see. M3 Brigade. I can't even talk. Good Lord. M3 Brigade acquisition. MBAV. Huh. Ricky, good morning. Patricia, good morning. All right. Reserve One, a newly formed, first of its kind digital asset management firm, inspired by the proposed U.S. strategic Bitcoin reserve and digital asset stockpile, today announced it has entered into a definitive business combination agreement with M3 Brigade Acquisitions, a special purpose acquisition company. Reserve One will hold and manage a diverse basket of cryptocurrencies anchored with Bitcoin and including Ethereum and Solana, and others with the potential for yield generation through its institutional staking and lending. The transaction is expected to provide more than $1 billion in gross proceeds, up to approximately $297 million of capital held in M3 Brigade's trust account, and an aggregate $750 million in committed capital from leading institutional investors. So they're getting into the crypto space. This is on M3 Brigade Acquisitions. MBAV. The stock is halted right at the moment at $11.77. It's halted because of the press release. We now know what the press release is. So now we just have to wait and see when the release time is and watch it and see if we can make a play on it. All right. Let's get down to business here. NDRA. How many of you held NDRA with us overnight? Overnight. We had that at $4.21 last night in after hours. This morning, it just hit $9.91. It dropped after that. It's back to $8.81. Still a nice 100% trade on that one. Beautifully done. Wolfpack made some money on that stock this morning. Let's see. MBAV. Let's add that one to our list so we can catch the news. MBAV. We'll add it over here where it's important. MBAV. And we'll wait to see if we can get a release time on this one. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate that. 103 Beach Bums. Good morning. Over there in TikTok, also in YouTube, all over. IEP, not seeing any action on that this morning. It's got 90 shares traded on it this morning. So until that does something, yeah, we can put it on our watch list, but until it does something, it's of no interest. IEP. Terry, good morning. Let me reread that one, Matthew. I didn't read it that way. URGN price target. All right, we've got about 15 minutes here before we get our press releases at 8 o'clock for our TikTok friends and YouTube friends. David, good morning. Over there on YouTube. Good to have everybody with us. Thank you for hitting the follow button on TikTok and the subscribe button on YouTube. Very much appreciate it. We're going to do our best to give you some runners here, some stock runners. We like to trade primarily on press releases. So we've got the scanner set up, and we get press releases typically pop up on the half hour. 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8, 8:30, 9, 9:30. So we go live on our Zoom at 6:45 Eastern time in the morning so that we can be ready for that 7 o'clock. We get that first round of press releases at 7 o'clock and we make a trade if we can. What did we do this morning? Well, this morning we had PROC. PROC. That press release came out at 7 a.m. and the stock went from 60 cents to $1.59. So we had, it was about 140% run off of that press release. So we started the morning off really, really well. PROK. Now, of course, we also had NDRA. That was from after hours yesterday. We held on to that overnight, and that ran beautifully overnight. Just as a reminder, that stock in after hours last night started off at $3.55. $3.55. Right now it's sitting at $9.15, $9.70, $9.91. We're getting ready to pop 10 here, and I need to pay attention to that because I've still got a quarter. P-R-O-K, PROC, P-R-O-K, I'm sorry. If I said P-R-O-C, I apologize. P-R-O-K. All right. Let's get 10 here on NDRA. I had NDRA from 421, $4.21. Got rid of half of it at 845 and another quarter of it at 940. And I'm looking to get rid of that last quarter here at, let's do it now, 10. All right, we took 1002. 1002. I was waiting for that $10 break. So we got rid of half at $8.45, another quarter of it at $9.40, and another quarter of it at $10.02 from 421. Really good trade. Those 1002s did me very well. So that was a good trade. So I'm done with NDRA for the day. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. It may run crazy today, and I hope you guys have fun with it. If it does, I hope you guys have a blast with that one. It's up about 186% right now. It's done very well. It's been a fun one. PROK 92. Let me go back and reread that MBAV press release real quick. Analysis acquisition, special purpose. Reserve One will hold a diverse basket of Christmas transfer. I'm not seeing it as dilution. Matthew. It says that they're going to be giving $750 million in committed capital. Excuse me. I'm looking at institutional investors. $297 million of capital held in one of their trust accounts. So they're not diluting shares. They're taking money out of a trust account, $297 million to invest in this new venture. And then institutional investors are putting in another additional $750 million in capital. That's on MBAV. So we're going to watch that. We're going to see if we can find. Hunter, are you talking about MBAV? Might go to 1138 or 1239 or even higher. Yeah, I hope it does, man. I hope you guys make a ton of money on this thing. I hope it just skyrockets for some of you. I was looking at Wolf earlier this morning, and it looked like it still had some gas in the engine there. It looks like it's still got some gas in the engine. You're going to be topping off of 3 here. Once it pops 3, it should be pretty fun. Got a nice gap to fill up here to 3. Could see it go as high as 4. Maybe not today, but in the coming days, if the volume continues to come in. Look at NDRA, 1048. I should have held on just a little bit longer. That's okay. Like I said, I'm done with that one for today, but you guys enjoy it. Have some fun with it. If it decides to run again. Okay, MBAV, as far as we know, this one's going to resume at 8 o'clock. Kiki, that would be MBAV, the one I have up on my screen. NDRA at 1029. This thing's got some juice in it. ZVSA supports FDA authorized emergency compassionate use. ZVSA popping up a little here on a press release. It's about 20 seconds old. ZVSA, emergency compassionate use for one of their drugs from the FDA. ZVSA. NDRA now up over 200%. Panama City, Chris, good morning. Dennis, thank you very much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. ZVSA, I need to repeat it. Look at NDRA 1096, almost to 11. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There's $11. ZVSA, still pushing up on FDA approval, emergency use, compassionate use on one of their drugs. Let's see. There you go. iPhone, there you go. There's the Discord link. Just posted it. ZVSA, gonna break $1. Gonna make us holler at $1. It's going for it. 92. It started off at 68 cents. Let's see if it can get to $1. NDRA up 210%. Huh. $0.95 on ZVSA on that press release. 97, 98, 99. $1. There it is. Mark, 3/4 NDRA 528 to $11. Beautifully done, Mark. Beautifully done. Todd says he got in late, but he got it from 850 to 1050. That's a nice trade. ZVSA now at $1.12. How many of you went and looked at it when I told you about it? When I gave you the press release, that press release was only about 15, probably 40 seconds old. Should have been able to make a nice play on that. Sedge. David, good morning. Daydreamer, good morning. Now let's not forget about MBAV. We want to see where this is going to go. Let's see where it's been. Let's see where it's been. That'll help us out a little bit. This has been as high as 1373. This is a fairly new stock, but it has been up to 1373. It's at 1177 right now. It's going to be released at 8 o'clock, which is about 3.5 minutes from now. So let's watch it and see where it goes and see if it's something we might get a play on. They're getting into the crypto space. That's what the press release is. They're investing quite a bit of money into a digital reserve program. $297 million. And then institutional investors are putting into this fund an additional $750 million. So they're looking at, let's see, from leading institutional investors, subscription consisting of 500 common equity warrants and an aggregate principal amount of 250 million convertible notes. So we'll see how it does. We'll see if it pops up or not. CRGX looks like class action lawsuit. JR, we're talking about MBAV. MBAV. E-Trade is showing the outstanding shares, not the public float, but outstanding shares at 35 million, and I don't trust that. I don't know that that's accurate. RLYB. RLYB, Rally Bio, RLYB. This one is also halted pending news. So now we just have to wait on the news. Well, I'm going to be in a predicament here because I want to watch MBAV and possibly make a trade on it if it's going to be a good one, if it's going to go up here. But I've also got to read off press releases, so I'm going to be between a rock and a hard place here, I think. But I'll do the best I can. Yeah, they can halt stocks in pre-market on news. It's really the only reason. Or if there's some kind of an investigation going on by NASDAQ, they'll halt a stock. But typically in pre-market, the only time they halt it is for news. And it's usually news that they consider to be news that will have an impact on the stock price. If they feel like the news is going to have a major impact, they want to halt it, get the news out, and then release it. All right, here we go. MBAV. Let's see where it goes. MBAV. Let's see how the market's going to respond to it. Vicky, good morning. MBAV, yes. I got a lot of news that popped up, but none of it's moving, so I'm not too worried about the press releases at the moment. ZVSA is hitting the scanners. This is an older piece of news. Well, it's sure giving some buy opportunities down here at 1170, 1180. On MBAV. So anybody that's interested in that press release, you're getting a pretty decent opportunity at the moment if it decides to rip from here. It's hard to say. I'm not in it. I'm not touching it yet. I'm not convinced in which direction it's going just yet. It doesn't look like the market's responding to it in a very positive way. So for the time being, I'm going to stay away from it. So let me go and hit some of these press releases. Market. Genius Group, GNS, increases their Bitcoin treasury 23% to 148 Bitcoin and achieves 113% Bitcoin yield. That's on GNS, Genius Group. I'm reading off press releases. NA, Nanolabs announces a strategic partnership with Orbiter Finance to launch compliant stablecoin cross-chain solution. If that interests you, kind of another crypto theme there. On NA, Nanolabs. ZVSA, still pumping. That one's doing pretty well. That's up 74%. Zena, ZENA, says that they got a press release saying that they're going to benefit from the historic U.S. defense spending bill, $33 billion for drone and autonomy investments. Kind of a fluff piece. I wouldn't call that really news. I see you there, clinical operation Merck. Situation class. Share. A lot of press releases here. I'm going through all the press releases, but nothing in there so far that's even worth mentioning. They're all fluff pieces, general market news, corporate updates, just nothing useful. All right, let's go back and look at ZVSA pulling down. NDRA down. PROK there. RLYB. Wolf still pushing up. WOLF. Still pushing up. Still got some gas in the engine. All right. Yeah, it doesn't look like the market is liking that MBAV news at all. Darn good. You have a great day. The market is not appreciating that news. Still going to watch and see just how far it drops. See if it finds a support area. Maybe around 11. Maybe around 11:05 or maybe an even 11. That's kind of what I'm looking for maybe. See if it holds up there. Wolf really getting a nice push here. RLYB will resume at 8:30. It's halted for news right now. It'll resume though at 8:30. RLYB sells interest in Rev 102 program to Recursion Pharmaceuticals for up to $25 million, including equity payment of $7.5 million, and that extends their cash runway into mid-2027. So they sold off their interest in the Rev 102 program. That's what the news is there on RLYB. VCIG enters encryption infrastructure sector via a QuantGold's acquisition of Secure Encryption Storage Limited, advancing their sovereign-grade cybersecurity for the AI economy. It's pushing up a little bit on that news. VCIG. RLYB. Now, if we're lucky at all, RLYB will pop on the news. It's a little 34-cent stock. It's halted at 34.6, 34 cents. So if we're lucky, SRXH completes $7 million financing led by insiders and existing investors, announcing a financial commitment up to $50 million. SRXH. Hot off the press. SRXH. We'll watch this one on the 1 minute time frame and see what's going on with it. That was Matthew. That was RLYB. It's halted right now. Supposedly it's going to be released at 8:30, and we're going to see if we can make a play on it, see if it goes up or not. It's a 34-cent stock, so it's pretty cheap. We should be able to buy quite a few of them at 34 cents if it's going to run and make some decent coin on it. However, we don't know if it's going to run or not. It may drop. So we're just going to have to keep an eyeball on it. The news on SRXH, they completed a $7.3 million financing led by insiders and existing investors. So insiders in the company and existing investors invested and financed an additional $7.3 million into the company. And announced a commitment of $50 million. So it's just a big influx of cash into the company from insiders and current investors. PROK, what are you doing here? It's still floating around there at $1 mark. Continuing to watch SRXH on a 1 minute time frame. Let's see. How about ZBSA? Curled up and back down and trying to curl again. BSLK pushing up a little. Let's go back and look at there we go. MBAV. This is where I was interested in it at 1105. What did I tell you? 11 to 1105. Let's see if it holds here. MBAV. We had a previous low of 1083 a couple weeks ago. Down there at 1101. Not sure where this is going to go. All right, let's play the bounce off of here. MBAV. Let's see if that 11 holds. We hit 11 a couple of different times on the 1 minute time frame here. Let's see if 11 holds. All right, I think that's about it. NDRA pulling down a little bit. ZVSA struggling. None of these other press releases really did much out of the new ones. KULR has secured a $20 million credit facility with Coinbase Credit Inc., a subsidiary of Coinbase Global. KULR. All right. Well, I'm going to go back here and watch. How many press releases have we gotten this morning? 97. Not terrible, but we're usually a little higher than that. CVSA. TRA. Come on. MBAV. I'm going to try to make a play off the bottom of this. But I want to give it some time to simmer a little bit and see if it finds a bottom here at 11 bucks before I make a play on it. Not convinced it's ready to go. We're not getting a lot of volume here. We're not getting any volume. And that concerns me. No volume, no play. Got to have some volume here. And right now it's just sort of festering. It's not doing anything. So for the moment, we'll stay away from it. See if it wants to drop any further. Wolf being a monster here this morning. Wolf has still got some juice in it. Let's see. CC. Wolf. Wolf is just not quitting. Wolf is just not quitting. Let's see. All right. In a partnership with Orbiter Finance. Nothing there. Getting a little bit of green candles starting to show up here on MBAV on the 1 minute time frame, but no volume. So we'll see if it can break 1125. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it for me this morning. We're going to head back over to our Zoom meeting. Don't forget about RLYB. RLYB. Rally Bio. It's halted right now because of news was pending We know what the news is now. They sold their interest in a program they had called Rev 102. They sold interest in that to Recursion Pharmaceuticals. They're going to receive up to $25 million for that. They're getting an upfront equity payment of $7.5 million. So it might push the price up a little bit. What makes it interesting for me is the fact that it's a little 34-cent stock, which means I can buy a bunch of them at 34 cents. If it decides to go, we don't know if it's going to go up or down on that news, but as far as we know, it's supposed to be released at 8:30. So at 8:30 we're going to be watching it and see where it goes. If we can make a play on it, great, off the news. If it decides the market doesn't like the news and it wants to push it down, we'll stay away from it. It's that simple. So you guys have a great day. I'll see you at 4 o'clock. I'll be back on at 4 p.m. Eastern time to do after hours trading. And maybe we can get another good press release in after hours and make a great trade like we did yesterday in after hours with NDRA. That one produced beautifully. That was a nice stock. So until then, keep watching Wolf. Wolf is still on fire. It is still going crazy. We could see $4 on this thing pretty easily. The volume is just building and building and building. People are liking this stock right now. So keep that one on your chart. Keep watching. It's up to 354 now, 355. So it's doing really beautiful. All right. Have a good one. Good luck with your trading. We'll let you know how we did later. The 30-cent one I was talking about was RLYB. RLYB. It's halted because of a press release. We know the press release is. Now we're just waiting for it to unhalt. And we are told that it's going to do that at 8:30. We don't know that for sure, but we think it's going to be 8:30. And again, we don't know if it's going up or down. We got to wait and see how the market responds to it. If it decides it wants to run, we're going to get a piece of it, make some money off of it. If it wants to drop, we're going to stay away from it. It really is that simple. So you guys have a great day, and I will see you at 4 o'clock if you can make it. 4 p.m. Eastern time. Until then, God bless. Have a great day of trading.